I'm back in Kent again, and it's the second day of my holiday off work. So I'm doing a little walk from the 50 Walks in Kent book. We're in Penshurst, and behind me is the fabulous Penshurst Place. And we're doing a little 4-mile route. It's about 5 o'clock now, so it's early evening, still nice weather. I've been to Shipbourne on a little day walk earlier today. And yeah, you're going to want OS Explorer map 147. It's should be a good little walk, this one. Now, I'm going to say it right off the bat, I may be wild camping, I may not be, we'll see. But I've packed accordingly just in case we do a wild camp. I've got my OEX bush tarp, I've got my Rab Storm Bivvy, the orange one. I've got it all in my Osprey Stratos 26 litre rucksack, and I've also got a US Army MRE ration pack. Really, we're going to be looking for some sort of woodland for that, but like I say, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's not the end of the world. It'll still be a good little walk. So yeah, going to get a move on anyway, because we've got about probably 3.5 hours of daylight left, so I should still finish the walk before it gets dark anyway, so he says. So yeah, enough talking, let's get walking. Alright, welcome back. I've walked a short way from Penshurst Place, which is just over there in the distance. If I zoom in, you can just about make it out there. And some lovely views over the surrounding countryside. So, other side of this little belt of trees, there's like a little sort of dried up pond, and sort of it's not flowing or anything, so the water's sort of standing. There's another bit of a pond just here, just where this dip is. The Eden Valley Walk is just over there. It's a fair few metres away from where I am at the moment, and I'm thinking I could probably set the tarp and the bivvy up here, get away with a cheeky wild camp tonight. So I'm going to give it a go. It's gone 6 o'clock now, it's probably nearer 7 o'clock, it's still light out. I've seen 2 people the entire time, and that was about an hour ago. So I'm pretty much shielded from view here all the way through here. It's just this little bit there where I'm slightly compromised, but to be honest, I think it should be alright. So what I'm going to do, I'll probably crack a cider open first. I've got one with me, a new one to review, and I'll get the tarp set up and I'll start cooking dinner, which, as I say, is a US MRE, so it should be interesting. Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. It's not too far to walk back to the car, sort of that way, if anyone did come along and ask me to move on. So, and that's one of your wild camping rules. If you get caught and someone asks you to move on, you be respectful and you move on. Simple as that, really. Because I think, yeah, this is part of the Penshurst Place Estate. You've got farm fields there. I'm far enough away from livestock though, and they're all in fenced off fields and stuff, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I mean the walk carries on along that way and round, all the way round there, and you eventually come back to Penshurst and Penshurst Place there where the car is. So, and yeah, it's only a 4-mile walk, and I've probably done about a mile, so I won't have too far to walk in the morning. Get up early as well, leave no trace, should be alright. So yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? Okay, it's 7 o'clock and I've set the tarp up. It's got a little bit darker. Either it's getting dark quickly or it's going to rain. I'm not too sure. But I still haven't seen anyone for at least 2.5 hours. So we shall see anyway, but going with this tonight, there is, I don't know if you can see, a little bit of a dip here under the tarp in the ground, but there's a bit sort of to the left of it, and I reckon I can probably set the bivvy up there and should be fairly comfy. We'll see. So yeah, I'm going to get the rest of the stuff laid out under there, crack my cider open as well. So this OEX bush tarp, I don't take it out much because, as you can see, it takes up quite a lot of space, and I mean you could easily sleep 2 people under it. So I'm contemplating, when Candice is confident enough, doing like a bivvy bag camp with her using this tarp. We'll either take the Rab Ridge Raiders for a bit of, you know, comfort for her, or we'll go with normal bivvies and this setup, because of course it's open on all sides. It's just a, you know, a suspended tarp, like a hovering tarp. So you've got loads of guy lines with it. Dyneema, I think it's Dyneema cord, and it comes with these really lightweight poles that collapse down into sections. They haven't got a shot cord going through them, so you can have it at all different heights if you want, but with all the sections in, that's probably the best height to have it at, because, well, I can sit up under it, and yeah, you can still guy out all the points and stuff. Comes with pegs as well. Comes with everything really that you need to set it up with. To think most tarps normally come with, you know, just the tarp and guy lines, but this comes with poles, pegs, you know. The stuff sack's pretty good. That's some spare pegs, just in case I needed more, but I've got enough. Comes in this like roll top clip bag, and it's got these little loops on it as well, so you can lash it to the outside of your rucksack, which is what I did. And yeah, it's got a 5000mm hydrostatic head. It's 305 centimeters by 285 centimeters aluminium poles. And yeah, I haven't used it much really, so I think, yeah, I've used it a couple of times, but usually forest sort of camps and stuff like that. But I kind of wouldn't mind if it rained actually, because it'd be a good test of what it's like in the rain. So don't know what it'd be like in strong winds though, I'm not sure. But, and I think I got it in Go Outdoors. I don't think there was a discount on it, unless, well, you get your discount card, but I think I got it for 40 or 45 quid from what I remember, something like that anyway. So yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, suppose it's fairly stealthy looking. I mean, it has got red guy lines and red poles, but yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So yeah, let's get everything else set up and I'll bring you back then. Okay, I've got all my sleeping gear and bivvy bag set up underneath the tarp. I've got my cooking gear here and water, head torch for when it gets a bit dark later on. And then I've got my Osprey Stratos 24 litre rucksack just sitting on a black bag at the moment. So I've got the usual Tyvek ground sheet and the ripstop aluminium silver reflective ground mat underneath the bivvy. I've also got my thin little Terra Nova laser foam sleeping pad, because inside the bivvy I've got my new Go Light, I think it's Goose Down sleeping bag. It's pretty lightweight, and I've got my OEX Fulcrum EV yellow self-inflating pad, so I want to still look after that, try not to get a puncture in it or anything. So yeah, it looks a pretty comfy setup. We'll soon see in the morning. And saw two runners jogging by, they never spotted me. They was coming up the track over there and it was funny, while I was setting up I did see one of those little buggies zooming down the track over there in the distance, and they usually belong to like gamekeepers or farmers and stuff, so we'll see anyway. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to try and get out early tomorrow morning. So I haven't seen anyone since, so fingers crossed we're alright. But like I say, if they tell me to move on, I'll move on. That's fine, it's not a problem. So we'll see anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to get cracking with this cider. Another one from Aldi. It's an Alska passion fruit apple cider. Don't think I've had this one before. I've had a few of the Alska ones. 4%. And yeah, so it's pear cider with passion fruit apple as well. So sounds quite tasty. Ooh. We'll crack that open in a minute. That's my drinking water, and then I've probably got about 1.5 litres of plain water, because I forgot to fill those up again at the pub, and it was just what I had left over from my day walk earlier up at Shipbourne. And then that's just assorted little items in there, like a ditty bag. I've got a citronella candle, actually, to try and keep the bugs away if it does get bad. I have got a bug head net this time though. I've got my fire steel, some multi-purpose soap, lip balm, penknife, paracetamol. That's a stand for my gas stove, some wet wipes, a little micro muff for the phone camera. I've got a chocolate coated Kendall mint cake in case I get extra hungry, some hand sanitizer, my Outkit sporks in there. I've got a repair kit for like my sleeping mat. I've got some stormproof matches as well, and a little bit of cotton in them for tinder. My first aid kit's in my rucksack. That's pretty basic anyway. It's either going to be something minor or it's going to be something serious. And in which case you're screwed. But yeah, that's that. Okay, sorry to interrupt my kit list, but that buggy with, I think, the gamekeeper just came past here. I saw him coming up the track and then went up the footpath here, so obviously he's part of the Penshurst Estate. He didn't spot me, but he could be coming back. Now I don't know if it's worth the risk. I see someone coming over here now. Alright, so that was just someone out jogging. I can see someone walking over there in the distance, it's just started raining as well. I can just hear it on the tarp. So, do I live by my word and stay here? And if they do spot me and come over and ask me to leave, I leave. Do I let it come to that, or do I get out now? Because I've got a feeling if I do stay here, even if I don't get spotted, I'm probably not going to get the best night's sleep, because I'll be constantly thinking, worrying about being spotted. Obviously it's quite a well patrolled area, this, which, I'll be honest with you, you can call me stupid, I didn't expect that. It seemed pretty quiet here the whole time, and I also thought as well, this is a public right of way, why would they be coming up here? But obviously they're part of the Penshurst Place Estate. It's not just like a farm track or something like that. And they're farm workers, they're obviously gamekeepers for the whole estate. What would you do in this situation? Would you risk it? We could see if the buggy comes back along here, and to be fair, if he probably does come back this way, that's when he's probably going to spot me. So, and if he doesn't, then he probably needs to go to Specsavers, because this is the only part here where I'm compromised. They might see the tarp. Bivvy bag should be alright, because that's in the long grass. I doubt that's going to be spotted, as long as I stay low. But this isn't enjoying it, this is more enduring it now, and that's not fun. I know you could always ask for permission, I guess, and can I wild camp on your land? But then, in my opinion, as soon as you ask for permission, it's no longer wild camping, it's camping. And if you're going to camp, you may as well, you may as well go to just a normal campsite, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I don't agree with the laws on wild camping. I think it's stupid, really. It's like a lot of things that should be legalised. All seems a bit pointless, really. You're never going to stop people from doing it, so it's just a small minority of people that ruin it for everyone else. I've been drinking this passion fruit apple cider from Aldi, the Swedish cider company from Stockholm. It's pretty decent. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it now, and yeah, sort of reminds me of a Recorder League passion fruit cider, of course. It's just as good, really. So it's got a bit more of a pear taste to it. It's a pheasant, and yeah, that's quite nice. So it marks it out as slightly different. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not too bad. It's nothing to shout about, but it's not horrible either. So yeah, pretty decent. Okay guys, I've been spotted. They're coming over here now, so I'm just going to plead innocence and get out of here, okay? So, got to abandon this one. What a shame. Well, that was a surprise. So they're just going off that way, and the guy that spoke to me was from like the bushcraft school, and he says there's a spot somewhere over that way, and he says gamekeepers and wardens hardly ever go down there, but he says if you do get caught by anyone, like the estate manager, they could call the police. But he was so polite, he was really sympathetic to my calls. He went, mate, I know this is what you want to do, this is so cool what you've got, it's a sweet setup, but I'm afraid I can't let you camp here. He even, get this right, he even offered me a job at the bushcraft school. He says we're always looking for like scout leaders and stuff like that. And yeah, no, he was well alright, but I could hear him. They was going, is that a tarp? There's a tarp set up over there. And I was like, I've been rustled. But honestly, I was chatting to him for ages. I thought it'd be a bit cheeky if I asked him to film, but yeah, they're just heading off over that way. So I just said, look, I'll leave it, mate. I'll pack up. I'll clear out your way. I'm not leaving any rubbish or anything like that. And I tell you what, he was sweet about it. He went, oh, that's brilliant. He went, and I said to him as well, I said, it's a shame that there's a minority of people that ruin it for people like us. And he completely understood me. He was an absolute 100% G, honestly. So yeah, I'm afraid that's it, guys. Would have been a good spot though, but still. Anyway, I'm gonna get this packed up. There's no point in trying to finish the walk off now because it's going to get dark and I'm not going to really be able to see anything, so I'm going to head back that way to the car. So yeah, get this lot packed up. Oh well, what a shame, but he was well alright, and he even said, he apologised and he said thank you for being so understanding. I think he might have been Dutch, I'm not sure, but he was an absolute top bloke, so they was fine about it. And I come out and I sort of had a laugh and I was like, oh, you caught me, you know. I said I had no idea that this was part of the estate. I thought it was part of the public footpath. I said otherwise I wouldn't have camped here. I said, so hold my hands up. That's all you can do, innit? Be polite and stuff. And he was fine with it. And there we go, all packed up, leaving no trace. So if you do get caught and asked to move on, of course move on. Don't leave any rubbish where you were. Take it all with you. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, could have been a lot worse. I mean, luckily the guy was well alright. So, and I think he felt a bit bad. In fact, I know he felt bad asking me to leave, which respect to him. So I doubt he's going to watch this, but you know, cheers mate, not a problem at all. Anyway, right, let's head back to the car, back the way I come. I'll see you back there. It took me about 20 minutes to walk from the original, the spot where I was, back to the car. It's just here, parked by the road on the outskirts of Penshurst and Penshurst Place. So yeah, it's about a mile walk, nothing too strenuous really. And as I'd walked it already earlier, so I knew where I was going. And yeah, here we are. So yeah, anyway, bit of an anti-climax, apologies about that. But hopefully, if you're watching this and you know you're unsure about wild camping or you're just getting into it, maybe you know you could sort of use this as a lesson sort of thing. You can see that it's not always like the end of the world if you get caught. You know, not everyone is going to be an arsehole about it. Some people are going to be really nice, like that guy. He's the sort of guy I'd probably want to go camping with, I'm not going to lie. He felt bad that he had to tell me to leave, otherwise he'd get in trouble, and I'm completely fine with that. As long as they're polite to me and stuff, it's fair enough, you know. I've been caught, that's fine. And that's all you do, you plead your innocence, you know, you say you didn't know, etc. And you just go, look, I'll leave, I'll pack up as quick as I can and I'll be off. Try and have a laugh with them and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? They're going to see, you're a human being, I'm a human being. You know, we can get along, it's fine, but I've got to do my job. That's fine. You know, so every now and then you get some people that catch you that are complete arseholes. I've had that happen to me before. And I've got no time for them, you know. But in that case, that was fine. So anyway, I'll get out the road because there's a car coming. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Get in the comments, let us know what you think. And I promise next time I will do a wild camp and a successful one. I'll do a bloody beach camp and then you can get away with anything there. No one ever has a go at you for doing them anyway. So yeah, cheers for watching. Stay safe everyone. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers, see you later. Bye.